Don't ever turn your back to the cage.
Jurassic World Rebirth will hit theaters on July 2nd, 2025. Put on your T-Rex arms and join ScreenRant as we scavenge facts and viable theories from what's been revealed about Jurassic World Rebirth. Apart from Rebirth being a soft reboot, it also stars Scarlett Johansson as covert ops agent Zora Bennett, who is tasked with acquiring DNA samples from the 3 biggest dinosaurs roaming the planet. Also in the cast are Mahershala Ali as Duncan Kincaid, who works for Bennett, and Jonathan Bailey as Dr. Henry Loomis, a paleontologist. They're joined by Rupert Friend as a pharmaceutical rep, Martin Krebs, Manuel Garcia Rolfo as Ruben Delgado, and Luna Blaze, David Acano, and Adrina Miranda as Delgado's kids. Meanwhile, the Jurassic World Rebirth cast also includes Philippine Velge, Bahir Sylvan, and Ed Skrein in yet undetermined roles. Promisingly, Rebirth is directed by Gareth Edwards, director of Rogue One and 2014's Godzilla. Meanwhile, the script was penned by the legendary David Koepp, who also wrote the screenplay for the first Jurassic Park movie, Lost World, the first Mission Impossible, and War of the Worlds. Combined with Rebirth cinematographer John Matheson, whose work you may know from Gladiator, Kingdom of Heaven, and Multiverse of Madness, the cast and crew of Jurassic Park Rebirth is positively stacked with talent. And this is good news, as based on the release synopsis, the sequel and soft reboot seems like a challenging departure from typical Jurassic Park fare.
How'd you do this? I'll show you.
As the official plot synopsis goes, 5 years post-Jurassic World Dominion, an expedition braves isolated equatorial regions to extract DNA from 3 massive prehistoric creatures for a groundbreaking medical breakthrough. In Rebirth, Bennett's team is being funded by a pharmaceutical company, whose research can only be advanced by DNA taken from the 3 most colossal creatures across land, sea, and air. As Bennett's team execute their mission, they encounter the shipwrecked Delgado family, leading to the group uncovering a shocking secret. Indeed, although it seems at first glance that Rebirth is just a rehash of the franchise's family-focused, action-driven, kaiju-inspired tropes, underneath these plot devices lies a hidden truth that promises to shock viewers, and we can only speculate what this big reveal will be. Even more than the 3 new Leviathan dinosaurs to be unveiled in Rebirth, Rebirth's shocking secret could forever change the Jurassic franchise. With Universal releasing but sparse details for what viewers can expect, fan speculation is rampant about what Rebirth could possibly reveal to shock audiences in this era. Most popularly, concepts previously abandoned by the franchise such as human-dinosaur hybrids have entered the discussion. Other points to the first site where Dr. Hammond first discovered dinosaur DNA encased in amber, the very birthplace of Jurassic Park, which could still be hiding InGen's unspeakable secrets. By altering ancient plankton, bacteria, and algae from the site, InGen could have figured out how to hasten the 100 million chemical conversion of crude oil. Conversely, it may also be as simple as paleontologists inadvertently releasing some ancient virus after digging too deep to find more DNA samples. From the most outrageous to the most feasible theories, they're based on how Rebirth was marketed when it was first announced.
What is that?
Biggest carnivore the world has ever seen.
Indeed, while the official synopsis leaves a lot unsaid about the plot, it's clear that it will dig deeper into the original underlying message that has defined the sci-fi action franchise. Society can achieve anything through technology, but corporate greed makes it all too easy to abuse this power. Set 5 years after Dominion, Rebirth confines most of the world's dinosaurs to the equatorial tropic biospheres, not unlike the Costa Rican island of Nublar from the first Jurassic Park film. Most importantly, the equator comprises areas such as the South American Amazon rainforest, Sumatra to New Guinea in Asia, and the Congo Basin in Africa. It's home to some of the richest areas in the world, both in terms of natural resources and biodiversity. And if these regions are increasingly being overrun by dinosaurs, this has to have already had a huge effect on global industries. Like how marauding aquatic dinosaurs shipwrecked the Delgado family, global shipping lines could be dealing with the same problems. With access to essential resources threatened worldwide, Rebirth could focus on the resulting social upheaval and other big ways in which the dinosaurs changed life on Earth. Yet even these changes are just opportunities in the eyes of corporate greed, as the yet unnamed pharmaceutical company funding Bennett's team scrambles to secure rare DNA samples. Their seemingly benevolent mission could be hiding some dark secrets. In any case, following the Jurassic World trilogy, Rebirth could be a refreshingly gritty sci-fi story in the cynical style of Michael Crichton's original novels. And though that seems promising, we hope it retains Jurassic Park's campy charm. At the same time, it could also be the most spectacular Jurassic World movie yet. Not to bury the headline, but Jurassic World Rebirth will debut 3 new Leviathan dinosaurs. Apart from the big secret teased in the Rebirth synopsis, the promise of debuting the 3 most colossal creatures across land, sea, and air has been the subject of great speculation as well. On one hand, this could simply point to the return of the flying Quetzalcoatlus, the sea monster Mosasaurus, and either Rexy or Gigantosaurus. On the other hand, Rebirth's big 3 could be entirely new species, byproducts of InGen's dinos having accelerated genetics. Indeed, another possibility is that they used to be said dinosaurs from Jurassic World, except bigger and more evolved from some yet unknown factor in their tropical biosphere homes. Rebirth may even subvert all expectations to reveal that these Leviathans are actually good for the planet, as their constant presence surely decreases pollution-spewing industrial activities. Indeed, if their DNA contains some life-saving medical cure, then there must be something more to these beasts. Other than the spectacle of size, they must be somehow connected to Rebirth's big secret. In addition, with InGen having messed with dinosaur genetics over the years, it's unlikely that the big 3 are the only new dinos we can look forward to seeing in Rebirth. Whatever the case may be, what's not a secret is how fan expectations for Jurassic World Rebirth are extremely high. And it's not just because what the synopsis revealed. Don't get us wrong, every single Jurassic World movie made over $1 billion at the box office. Yet with these numbers consistently falling since 2018, even these billion-dollar earnings tell the story of how the series saw an overall decline. Not unlike the original trilogy, the last 2 Jurassic World movies could scarcely measure up to the first film, with reviews dramatically worsening with each new sequel. Just 3 years after Dominion came out to be one of the most critically lambasted Jurassic Park films, the release of the aptly titled Rebirth in 2025 is expected to change all this. Indeed, with Scarlett Johansson in the starring role and the weight of the franchise behind its star-studded cast, Rebirth is practically guaranteed to be a hit. In fact, the entire franchise has collectively ranked in $6 billion in the box office. But for a consistent hit-making franchise like Jurassic Park, it's not just about the money. Releasing over 40 years since the first Jurassic Park movie hit theaters, Rebirth is about legacy. The Jurassic World series has already made all the money it can, and rehashed every possible trope and plot device from the original trilogy. And if Rebirth can learn from these new lessons, it may just pull off saving the Jurassic Park franchise, potentially ushering in a new era of action-adventure sci-fi.
What's the plan?
Whatever happened? That's the plan!
Indeed, according to producer Frank Marshall, Rebirth was officially done with principal photography by September 28th, 2024, when Marshall posted on X to say, "It's a wrap." Marshall also notably posted a brown cap with yellow embroidery that reads Jurassic World, except in a font that hasn't been previously used by the series. Apart from the fact that filming is finished, it's a reminder that Jurassic World Rebirth is a soft reboot of the long-running franchise. And with months still to go before Universal's target release date, Rebirth is on the schedule for theatrical release on July 2nd, 2025. Notably, Rebirth is reported to have the same production budget as Dominion, a staggering $265 million. And for that amount, we can see the CGI getting ironed out in a matter of months. That said, there could still be unknown factors that may delay the release date to late 2025 or even early 2026. That's just the nature of the business. More importantly, do you think Jurassic World Rebirth will live up to the audience expectations? Thank you for watching Screen Rant, and stay tuned for more movie news.